So what?
Did you change something?
No, just double checking. It's been a minute, so I just wanted to make sure I didn't
I mean,
accidentally mess.
you were here last week.
I was, but I didn't like check on all my audio stuff to make sure that we're good. So that's why I'm trying to make sure I sound good.
I would have told you, Vince. I would have been like, you sound like dog shit. Fix that shit. You know me.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Although, now that I think about it, like I'm looking at my stuff and I'm like, for Raw, I really only have like 2 or 3 things, but like one of my things are just all lumped together into one giant, enormous thing.
Yeah.
So I think that's what I'm going to spend my first bit of the show with. Is just
the first hour is just gonna be Vince talking about fucking
the things that make me excited in the world of wrestling.
Something like that. Allison with the Dickosaurus Rexes. How are you?
Dickosaurus Rex. Oh man. Can you hear that?
Was that Melissa?
Yeah. Meowing back at our cat.
It sounded like she was howling at the moon.
No.
I was like, did she have a run-in with fucking what the fuck are they? Los Lotharios.
Oh my god. They're not wolves.
They're werewolves.
They're not werewolves. It
is a sausage party tonight.
Well,
I guess on my end it's an Italian sausage party, and on Vince's end it's a chorizo party.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Maxie. How may I help you? No. Listen, do you want to say hi to Matt?
Can you please tell Melissa not to put her pussy on screen? We're not on Pornhub.
Oh my god, no. No.
Also, that's way furrier than I thought it was going to be.
I can't stand you. I can't stand you.
Hello, Melissa. Please tell Vince to take his shirt off. Dude, listen. I have nothing here to be proud of, so I don't know what you're so embarrassed by. I don't like. Do you look like fucking Dr. Zoidberg without a shell, like Chris Jericho does with his shirt off? Like, what's going on over there?
Man, you know what? Maybe I don't fucking know.
What a broadcast.
What's up? Shirt offense. No shirts off unless it's being monetized. That's the only way it's gonna go. Yeah, we gotta monetize the nipples, monetize the titties, monetize. I mean,
I've managed to keep my nipples off screen while still taking my shirt off.
What else was I gonna say? Oh,
you gotta give people what they want, Vince.
No, that's part of my shtick. I forgot the last time I stayed at your place, I slept with my shirt off. That's true. I walked out from my bedroom into my living room to find Jesus on my couch shirtless, and I'm like, what the fuck? Why is this man shirtless in my apartment? Like, what the fuck?
I mean, I sleep topless, so raise your hand in the chat if you sleep topless.
Well, there's only 3 people in the chat right now, so
yeah, and I'm gonna get all 3 of them to agree.
Listen, Jesus. That still didn't prepare me for the sight of me walking out and just seeing you half naked on my couch. So I guess everybody sleeps topless. Yeah. Oh, there you go, including Allison. I do sometimes sleep topless, but then I get cold.
Sometimes?
I get cold sometimes.
That's what blankets are for.
No. I need to put on a shirt. Like,
weird.
Because in the summer, I'll sleep topless for sure. But once it gets closer to winter, like sometimes I will, sometimes I won't. You know, it kind of depends on the evening. Do you not have
a Mexican blanket?
I do, but that's Melissa's when she's cold, so I don't get a chance to use it.
Does Melissa not have a Mexican blanket of her own?
No, actually, she didn't. Up until we started dating, I told her that I had one. Did she not have one at her place? And she told me she didn't.
And you don't have one, Melissa does.
Yeah. Now she uses my Mexican blanket. Now she loves it. I got her one, but it's at her apartment, which she's rarely at, so she doesn't really have it. So she just uses mine.
Will has a taco blanket.
A taco blanket.
Taco blanket.
Does he wrap himself up like a burrito? Where is Will? What the fuck, man? Where's Will? Like, Allison, give
You told
Will
me
for like
that
5 minutes.
you specifically said do not invite Will. I want alone time with you this week, so I didn't invite Will.
I'm in the chat.
Oh, okay. You ready to get the show started?
Yeah.
All right, run the intro.
Hold up. Give me 1 sec. Get rid of the comments on the screen. He's doing the dishes. Now that's a good partner right there. That's a keeper right there. He's a chef, so he cooks for you?
No, I listen to it all the time. I tell all my friends to Smack It Raw.
Following podcast contains mature content. The views and opinions expressed by the host are not necessarily those of the host. Listener discretion is advised. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the number one wrestling podcast on Pornhub, the Smackin It Raw Podcast. I am your host, the patron saint of podcast, and the Warden Matt Ritter, and I am here in a monogamous relationship for the first time in a long time, which is something he prefers, with my co-host, the Sultan of Spitter Swallow, Daddy Delgado, the Pornhub puppy and Poppy, my friend Vince.
Who's your daddy?
Not you.
What's up, Matt? How's it going?
What's going on?
Not much, man. Just chilling. Enjoyed a pleasant Saturday evening of playing Spider-Man 2 on my PS5. Completely forgot that there was an AEW pay-per-view, by the way. I thought it was Sunday, so I have no idea what happened on the pay-per-view. Which shouldn't be.
We're not going to talk about that anyway. Like, we'll talk about one thing from the pay-per-view, but like, we're not smashing our past in full gear. So
what Swerve Hangman?
No, that's not what we're going to talk about. We're not quite at news and rumors yet. I've got some news and rumors. So
all right, cool.
We know who the big signing is.
Ronda Rousey.
It was not Ronda Rousey.
All right.
Thank God. So you were playing Spider-Man.
Yes.
Travis alerted me early yesterday morning that Final Fantasy 16 was on sale on the PlayStation. Ooh. So I went and picked that up for about $42 and got into that late last night, early this morning, and then again while Zoe was sleeping, and then again after she woke up from her nap when I just left her. I was trying to leave her with Kate, and she came down and watched me. So I've been playing my way through Final Fantasy 16, enjoying the shit out of that so far.
Okay, all right. So when did you pick it up today?
I started playing it when I got home from work last night.
Okay, gotcha.
So I got it yesterday, downloaded it. It was ready to go, hopped on about 11 o'clock last night.
Okay. So around when we normally be recording on our usual Friday nights.
Well, it's no longer our usual Friday nights. It hasn't been for a long time.
No, I know. But what would have been our Friday nights?
Yeah.
So instead of recording the podcast, you got to jumpstart a Final Fantasy. Now
that is correct. I also kind of wish I was doing that instead of here, but like we got a show to do. So
I mean,
it's good. It's good shit. Vince.
Yes.
Twitch.tv/Creation World.
Yeah, that's a banner we usually have over here.
And the reason that we have that banner is because if you go to twitch.tv/Creation World, it is free if you have an Amazon Prime subscription to give us a sub. You get a sub with Prime Gaming that you could link to your Twitch account every month. It costs you absolutely nothing because you're already paying for Amazon Prime. Give that to us. I'm done telling you to give it to your favorite content creator because fuck it, I'm your favorite content creator. I get topless for you. I flex for you. I talk about fucking sucking and licking and sticking and all sorts of fun shit over here. I'm your favorite content creator. We do. We talk about sucking, fucking, licking, and sticking, all those things.
Yeah.
So give it to us. Give it to me. Give it to Travis. Give it to Vince.
To us.
Give it to us. Give it to us hard. Also, you can go to youtube.com/creation world, where it is free to like, to subscribe, to comment. Vince, what does that do?
Boost. It helps the algorithm boost. It helps
boost the algorithm and helps us find new listeners.
Something like that.
Katie, what am I? Subscribe to YouTube because Matt's a whore. That's what the comment says if you're listening, because she's in the chat. I am a whore, and I want to be shared with every member of your family, your extended family, your friends. I want to be in their ears the way that Vince wants me inside his ass. That is what I need for you to do for me. So share me with as many people as possible, because I love being shared. My wife is not a huge fan of me being shared, but I am. So do that. And while you're doing that, flick the bean. Little notification bell up top. Get notified every time we go live Monday through Fridays for the Creation Conversation. Next week is Thanksgiving, so it'll be a 3-day week. You will get me and Will on Monday and me and Bridget on Tuesday. But we will have Thursday, Friday off. So you get 3 days of us next week. But not only do you get Smackin It Raw every Saturday at 11 p.m. Central, midnight Eastern time, like you are right now, tomorrow, because it is every other Sunday, and tomorrow is the next every other Sunday after the last every other Sunday, you get Getting Offed, where me and the core four, if everyone still shows up, and Will, Katie, Reek, and Just, and Will, are all going to sit down and we're going to watch a shit ton of old B-movie horror trailers and smash or pass these based on the trailer. I'm assuming most of which they have not seen the movies for. So it's going to be a good time to see how they feel about these movies just based off an old school trailer. I've got a huge fucking list. We're gonna have a good time with it. So come watch us smash and pass tomorrow night and watch some trailers live, youtube.com/Creation World or twitch.tv/Creation World.
Yes.
I guess it means it's news and rumors time. Now, normally I'd be like, Katie, do your thing, but Katie's,
Katie, do your thing in the chat.
Well, she sent me some stuff. She did. She still wanted to make sure she was on her job. So Backlash will be May 4th. May the 4th be with you in France, because fuck America and all of our bullshit and the fact that we get everything. Start spreading the love overseas. Rey Mysterio apparently had a torn meniscus, had to get knee surgery. I don't know if you saw that.
The nude photo
Pussy
shoot?
running wild in the Delgado house.
Oh, it always is.
Someone's done doing their dishes.
Hey, there he is. There he is.
So yeah, Ray actually had to have knee surgery. My buddy John actually called me. He's like, so hey, is this like some bullshit, or did Ray actually need to get knee? I'm like, well, Santos beat him up to write him off TV so he could get the knee surgery, but yes, he needed knee surgery. So
yeah.
I
like it. It's good. I mean, dude deserves to get work done and get healthy. He's what, like 57 now?
Yeah.
Something like that. The man
like
needs a
Will
break.
on TikTok.
Yeah.
He's cleaning bongs and listening to us. Listen, Will, there's no other way I'd rather have you listening to us than while you're, balls deep in a bong, getting it nice and clean.
There you go.
Kurt Angle says a movie about his life is coming.
Okay.
Not his life coming, but about his life is coming.
Okay.
Who would you want to see play Kurt Angle in a movie about Kurt Angle?
That's a good question. I honestly don't know. What's Johnny Sins?
I mean, bald Kurt Angle. Yeah, I could see Johnny Sins. I know that.
Who's the dude? Who's the dude that plays Shaw in Hobbs and Shaw in the Fast and Furious franchise? I forget the dude's name.
Jason Statham.
Yeah, there you go. Jason Statham. Him.
He's a little. I feel like he's a little too skinny to play Kurt, but okay.
If we get into the dark days of his Perk Angle TNA days, then I feel like he'd be perfect for that role.
Okay.
Yeah. Netflix did like a Vicente Fernandez like Netflix show where they went ahead and have like multiple different actors play Vicente Fernandez, so they can have multiple different actors play Kurt Angle in different stages in his career. I'd
Yeah.
be for it.
Apparently, Jason Statham is British.
It's okay. It's okay. Kurt Angle has a fondness for the British, or so I'm told. Something like that.
Dakota is Bushy, signed with AEW, so it's official.
Okay.
That is not the major signee, by the way. That's just a thing that happened. However, the big signing at Full Gear turned out to be, drum roll, please, William Ospreay.
Boo.
Who we've seen on TV multiple
Already.
times. You know, the Great Okan's secondhand man over there in the United Empire. Guess he won't be the fifth man for Team Survivor Series.
Good. That's fine. I mean, look, the way they Tony Khan phrased it, it made it seem like it wasn't necessarily someone that hadn't been on AEW television before, so that someone that finalized a contract with AEW, someone that was respected by the AEW fans. So it had to be someone that caters to the AEW fans. So it wasn't going to be Punk. It wasn't going to be someone like Dolph or even Mercedes Moné, because, you know, some people don't fucking like her like that.
How did he sign an AEW contract while he's still under contract with New Japan?
Who will not be wrestling for AEW?
Is that not contract tampering? Never mind.
Yeah, more than likely. Yeah.
You're a sports fellow, Vince.
Yes.
What's the Big 12?
The Big 12 is that's mostly football. So like I don't American football.
Okay.
But isn't it like a big football thing? That college football? That's all I know.
Apparently, WWE is partnered with the Big 12.
Yes.
And the custom title will be given to the MVP of the final game on December 2nd.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, Tony Khan got a promise ring from Will Ospreay.
A promise ring. Oh man. I mean, but still, that's still technically tampering, because you can't have conversations until the contract is up.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can hear your pussy meowing, Vince.
I does that late at nights.
And last but not least, the man that Solo Sikoa throat fucked to oblivion, Juan Cena, somehow will be doing a talk show. Apparently, it's probably already recorded before he got throat fucked. It's going to be called What Drives You, and it will be on Roku. It'll be 8 episodes, and it'll be Cena driving around and talking about cars with celebrities.
Oh, that's cool.
No, it's not.
I'd watch that, man.
I wouldn't.
I would.
I'd give 2 fucks about celebrities and their cars.
Depends on the celebrity. If
No.
it's Snoop Dogg off the smoke, yes, I kind of want to see.
Don't give a fuck about Snoop Dogg talking about cars. The only person I want on that show talking about cars is Dominic Toretto, as Dominic Toretto, not Vin Diesel. Dom Toretto, because I need to know about how he sent cars to space and shit. Like, I need Dom's thought. That's it.
All right. Fair enough.
He got the blessing from New Japan to explore options, apparently. Oh, that's cute. So, like, they had an amicable breakup, and they're like, hey, you know, if you want to find other partners, this and that. And he goes to Tony, and he's like, Tony, I'm in the middle of a split up, and it's kind of serious. But when things are over, you're the one I want to be with. And gave him a promise ring. So,
okay. Still, I mean, it's whatever. I mean, look, the interest,
like what Seinfeld did.
Yeah, the interest from WWE side is still like interesting, because I'd be curious to see what he could do in WWE and what that would look like. But in AEW, it's more or less what we've been seeing. It's a safe bet. We'll see. I mean, Jay White, the last New Japan Pro Wrestling guy to come over to AEW, and he was in the main event of Full Gear tonight, challenging for the world title unsuccessfully, but still. He was there.
Spoilers.
I mean, people should come in here knowing that there's going to be spoilers.
Well, I told you we're not talking about Full Gear, and here you are talking about Full Gear. I said one thing, and the one thing was Will Ospreay. And then what did you do? You said number 2. You and my 3-year-old follow instructions the exact same way.
I mean, you should know this. You should expect nothing less from me.
You know what I do expect from you, Vince?
What?
Spit or swallow.
Ooh, my favorite part. Okay. So where do I start? Do I start with the main thing that I think
Normally at the tip, and then you work your way down the shaft. You end with the balls.
Usually I like to blow my load all the way at the beginning.
You can cup them while you're working on the shaft, though, until you get to them.
Seems like you kind of perfected the technique there.
I have.
Okay, so I'm just because I know it's gonna bother you if I do multiple spits and or swallows about them. So I'm just gonna swallow everything Judgment Day and everything Judgment Day adjacent from Monday Night Raw. From the Raw opener with Team Cody being interrupted by Judgment Day that leads into the little scuffle into the tag match between JD and Dom versus Sammy and Seth. In between that little scuffle, JD took a bullet for Damian Priest, took a spear from Jey Uso.
Got his cut. I didn't know they were a biker gang, but apparently they are.
Yeah. So then the backstage segment, like Rhea and everyone's like, yeah, JD deserved it. If it wasn't for him, he took that hit from you. He's the one banged up now. And then, like, if he didn't, then you wouldn't be 100% in the main event. And Priest finally embracing JD McDonough. JD is in JD. I love to see it. I'm all about it. And then the big swerve in the main event, once we actually got the tag title match, Drew motherfucking McIntyre came out, stared into Jey Uso's soul, Claymore the fuck out of him, cost him and Cody the tag titles, then shook hands with Rhea Ripley.
Rhea Ripley. Because he acknowledged the real leader, despite what Damien said earlier in the night.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot that. That shit was funny.
I've got it here. Listen, you finish yours and then I'll run down mine. I got details.
All right, bet. So then, so yeah, all that was really well done. I'm liking what they're doing with Judgment Day leading into Survivor Series, which I secured my tickets this morning. By the way, I'll be in attendance for sure.
Really? Because I've been telling people you were going.
Oh, I was gonna go.
It sound like you were gonna go regardless. So
I was gonna go regardless, but I just wanted to let everyone know and let
you were gonna go without tickets.
I was gonna get tickets regardless, but I got the tickets finally today because we found some tickets that were actually pretty good. They were like the last row on the floor seat by the ramp, so we'll be like the first row in front of the stage,
holding up a Get Your Podcast sign.
Yeah. Look up for that.
So I've got Cody, Jay, Sammy, and Seth are all in the ring. There's a little tension between Cody and Seth because Cody beat Seth repeatedly and then said, hey, your title's not good enough for me. Judgment Day comes down. They're like, how the fuck are you 4 randos going to pull it together to, win a match? It's like, oh, they're only like fucking Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, Sami Zayn, and Jey Uso. So like, the secondhand man to Roman Reigns, motherfucking Cody Rhodes, the world heavyweight champion, and Sami Zayn. Judgment Day takes shots saying Sammy's a loser. Seth has lost to Cody repeatedly. Cody can beat everyone in the ring but can't win a fucking title. And Jay was in the bloodline and no one can trust him. Cody's like, you know what? Nice try, not working for me. But who's the leader here again? Oh, because Rhea's not here, so who's in charge? And Damien's like, I'm the motherfucking leader. It's like, no, you're not, bro. You're really not. We know what's going on, but nice try. Priest then accepts a challenge for JD and Dom versus Seth and Sammy, which Vince mentioned. We had that tag match. That ends in a DQ as Damien and Finn jump Seth and Sammy. And guess who's giving instructions? The leader of the Judgment Day, mommy herself, Rhea Ripley.
And not only that, she went ahead and diffused the situation too by saying, you know what, Priest, you'll be the leader of Judgment Day in War Games. So she ratted that.
If I
shit.
can't be there to run shit, yeah, you're a great vice president to our biker gang.
Yeah,
Cody and Jay
I
get involved. They try but can't keep up with these four separate. Adam Pearce finds his balls and bans everyone involved in war games from the arena, which would technically include our main event tag team match, Jay and Cody versus Finn and Damian. But because he said anyone involved in war games gets banned from the arena. He didn't say except for whatever. But hey, look, he found his balls, started yelling at people, kicked people out. Rhea then loses her shit, and Pierce says, frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. Then tries to ban Rhea from ringside, but Zoe interrupts, questions if Rhea is spreading herself a little too wide for everyone. But Rhea said she can handle all the loads. But he said at home, just sad having to hear that being said on TV. No load is too big for mommy to handle.
That's what you want to hear.
Damian makes JD official after taking one for the team, as Vince mentioned. Drew also shakes hands with Rhea and makes it official at the end as probably the fifth man for their Survivor Series team. And it's probably going to be Randy Orton on the other side.
I really hope it's Randy Orton because
I hope it's CM Punk. I know it's not, but I do.
Look, I
want to watch everyone lose their shit.
Well, you're going to watch me lose my shit. I'm going to be
like in a bad way. Like all the people, oh my God, I can't. And I just want to sit there and be like,
okay, TC Fontaine. Watch, thriving off of negativity. I see you.
Fucking right.
Well, it's CM Punk too. So like I kind of just want him to show up and kind of like one up everything that AEW has been trying to do ever since they booted him out of the company. It'd be great to see him back.
Tweeted Daddy's home. I'm about to lose his spot.
I don't know about that. I did see that WWE was once again hinting and making references to his Broken Dreams theme song that he had back in the day.
Dude, I really need y'all to get off this fucking theme song's dick.
No, really it's fantastic. I want them to make a Judgment Day version of it.
I just need I need everyone to get off old theme song dick. I really do.
Speaking just of which, Carlito, give him back his theme song.
I wonder if get off old theme. No, that's a long title. We'll workshop it.
Yeah.
I am going to swallow Tegan Knox defeating Piper Niven.
Yeah.
Enjoying the women on Raw. They had a good match. The ghost of Tegan Knox's knees is alive and well. And got that win over Piper. And good for her, because even though she had Natty out there in her corner, which
I don't know, man. Natty might be good. She might not be. You can't really tell. It's a week by week basis with Natty.
She's female Big Show.
Yeah. Well, I compare her more akin to a female Dolph Ziggler. They always put her to start off feuds with people. They always book her as a baby face, and then like 2 weeks later as a heel. They always go back and forth. Katie's like Natty is just always there. Yep.
Hope he doesn't bring back that theme song. Natty's just always there. Yeah.
You don't like good things, Jesus. That's what that is.
What you got next, Vince? Spit or swallow?
I'm gonna stick to Raw, and I'm gonna swallow Ludwig Kaiser defeating Tommaso Ciampa, because fuck this version of DIY. I started this narrative last week. I'm gonna continue this narrative until they win me over. But Ludwig Kaiser got the victory with the help of Giovanni Vinci, and I'm glad that my boy Giovanni got some praise from Gunther. Because for the longest time, he's always been the whipping guy. He's always been the dude that's taken all the flack from both Ludwig Kaiser and Gunther. He got some praise. He's the reason why Ludwig got that victory over Tommaso Ciampa. So shout out to my boy Giovanni Vinci getting some love.
Sure. I won't say I'm in love with this version of DIY, especially them taking a loss. I did enjoy Kaiser getting kind of jealous over, Vinci getting some love. So yeah, I'll give you that. I'm going to swallow Xia Li beating Indy into submission, adding another girl to her list of victims with a kick so that they could no longer compete because they could not get to their feet. Becky then shows up, wants to fight, but Zaya's like, it's not my time yet, and takes off. And then Becky's like, well, don't worry about it because next week's going to be your time whether you like it or not, bitch.
Yeah. Oh, you know what?
What?
So this is actually something I was going to ask you like before we started actually recording, but it kind of like feeds into what you were talking about with the stuff we're going to cover with what happened on SmackDown in regards to the Women's War Games development team, like the team's developing over there. Xia Li now makes sense as a temporary alliance on Team Damage Control.
They already said 4v4.
When did they say 4v4?
When they made the match and they challenged them to a 4v4.
You know what? I didn't pay attention to that part, but I hope that's not the case. I do want.
I hope it is.
Why?
Because I don't want it to get too fucking convoluted. There are 4 members of Damage Control right now. They're brand new members. We don't need to add a random 5th woman. I'd hate for them to add Xia Li as a 5th woman because that's just racist. Just putting them all on the same team. And then they couldn't even find they barely found a fucking 4th. Who are they going to find to be the 5th? The person that everyone thought it was going to be and wanted it to be, but then it wasn't? Oh, we're not there yet. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. Just a thought. If they do decide to go back on what they said and then do 5-on-5, Xia Li would make sense on the Damage Control side.
You know what? Fuck it. Like, it's just you and me. We're here. Let's talk everything Xia and Becky. All right. So, like,
all right, on
top of the feud that they have going on Raw, Xia Li also had a tea ceremony that I wasn't really a big fan of. I'm not gonna lie to you. With Roxanne Perez. Roxanne tried to get her rocks off with Lash Legend, or I'm sorry, not Roxanne Perez. It was Valkyria, Lyra Valkyria.
Yeah, Lyra Valkyria.
It was what it was. We can have 4-on-4 women and 5-on-5 for the men. Switch it up, makes the matches different. I agree. So Zaya's doing this whole tea ceremony. Shout out to Lyra though, because like Lyra showed up and Zaya's like, I'm gonna make tea and you're gonna drink the tea. And she's like, I don't drink anything that someone else made me. I don't know what the fuck you put into that, so I'm gonna pass.
That's smart right there.
Good on you. Absolutely. And then Zaya's like, if you don't drink the tea, I'm gonna fuck you up. No mercy. And I'm down for that too. So, but over on SmackDown, we had Damage Control, right? Damage Control existed. They're a thing. Bayley comes out and she's like, I'm so smart for adding Asuka. And then like everyone's talking in Japanese and Bayley's like, yeah, I don't know what you're saying. And Dakota's translating. She's like, well, they're just saying like, this isn't the new and improved Damage Control yet because someone in the ring isn't part of that group. And then Bayley got all scared and she's like, what do you mean? And they're like, Asuka, you haven't officially made Asuka a member yet. Oh, yeah, okay. Asuka gets made a member.
Bayley did go down on one knee, kind of like she was proposing to Asuka with a t-shirt, which like there was a lot of Bayley, there was a lot of cringe, but that shit kind of made me laugh.
And then EO is the one that challenged for the 4-on-4 at Survivor Series for the War Games match, which Dakota then again translated. And Bayley's like, yeah, that I wanted to do that. That's a great idea. Let's do that. And then they spend the night beating the shit out of every SmackDown woman that anyone talked to that they could. Michin got beat down, Zelina got beat down, anyone that they came in contact with. So finally they're like, listen, Charlotte, you got to make that phone call. And like, I didn't think she had Jade's number, but like part of me was like, it's going to be Jade Cargill. It's got to be Jade Cargill. Who the fuck else could it be? Because like Becky's got her Xia shit going on, right? Like I wasn't thinking.
Also, Becky was like, it's a Raw superstar. I didn't think they'd bring.
Not that apparently that fucking matters.
It doesn't.
It doesn't because Aldis kicked out Cody. Well, we're not there yet. Well, I guess we are there. Cody showed up on SmackDown. We talked about everything Judgment Day and got involved in some shit. And Aldis is like, "Hey, bitch, you got to get the fuck out of here now." And Cody's like, "Okay, bye." So I don't know what the fuck they're doing.
What was Cody doing there to begin with, though?
Don't worry about that, all right? Cody Rhodes is having his people's back. He's just not going to let people get stomped on SmackDown.
No. So I meant like going back to the Damage Control part. where Charlotte was having a backstage conversation with Bianca and Shotzi, and then Nick Aldis came up to them and said, "You need to figure out who your fourth member is if you're accepting tonight." He goes into a room and Cody Rhodes is already there waiting for him. That's what I'm saying. What was he doing there already? Conducting business. What business was he conducting? A lot of people are saying it's going to be Randy Orton. What if Randy Orton isn't ready and it turns out to just be Kevin Owens? Because that makes sense too. If they allow a Raw superstar to be in one War Games match for the SmackDown side, vice versa, I guess.
So anyway, Charlotte. Well, first off, Shotzi ran out there like a fucking kamikaze and decided she was going to jump Damage Control on her own. Bianca and Charlotte came out, had her back. As you said, Nick's like, "Hey, you guys got to figure out who your partner is tonight," which is some bullshit. So they come out and Charlotte starts going into her little speech, and she's like, "I know a thing about turning your back on your friends." And then Damage Control comes out, and then Becky shows up, and it's like, "Oh, yay." Becky's the yeah. And don't get me wrong, I love Becky Lynch. I love the man. This is one of the most underwhelming picks, in my opinion, that we could have gone with for the last member. Like, I thought maybe we were going to use Nikki Cross because, you know, she's been doing that weird gimmick where she's just like a fucking, like her head's in a hole, like a glory hole thing and a table, and she's just hanging around. That's all. Like, I had a lot of options as to like who we could have done. I thought maybe they'll pull somebody up from NXT. Like, outside of Natalya Neidhart, Becky was my least favorite option for this. And I get it. And you sent me that TikTok with Becky like actually accepting it. And that actually made it a little better and a little more funny, and I enjoyed that. But like, I get it. Like, Asuka has issues with blah 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 blah, and Bailey and like turning on people, this and that. So like, yeah, I'll bring my friend in that I turned on. Okay, but I don't know. I wasn't feeling it.
It just look. Is Becky the biggest name they could have gotten outside of a Jade Cargill to be in that spot? Probably yes. Was it the best option? I don't know. I did not see it coming. I did not expect it. I was sure as hell they were gonna do like an NXT call up or like a one night only type of NXT showing, or like I don't know. Like, I thought that both Mia Yim and Selena Vega being attacked meant that both of them were going to be added, and then now Damage Control had to find a fifth member. So I don't know. I'm still swallowing Damage Control, like the opener, like them attacking Mia Yim and Selena, and especially the endings with Becky Lynch being revealed. Look, at this point in time, I'm going to be at the show. Becky Lynch is going to be there. Becky Lynch is a big star. And this is coming from a man that's been very critical of Becky Lynch. I'd want to see Becky Lynch live and in person. So I'm okay with it. If I wasn't in attendance, I'd probably not like it as
much. Vince, spit or swallow?
Let's see. Speaking of people turning their back on other people, let's swallow Santos Escobar's presentation, his promo. We're gonna ignore the Spanish translation on Twitter.
I loved the Spanish translation on Twitter. That was fantastic. And hey, listen, Santos co-signed it. So like,
he co-signed it, and it's like people are like, "Did you even see the full video, Santos?" And I'm like, "Look, I'm not one to sit here and say whether or not a man gets a pass or not. I would like to believe he doesn't get a pass. Tune into Young Kings Wrestling this week, and you'll know the answer to that question."
Were you on Young Kings Wrestling again?
No.
Oh,
I'm just shamelessly plugging Young Kings Wrestling just because.
Fair enough.
Yeah. But yeah, swallowing the promo, I thought him coming out to the old Legado theme song was great. The suit, the present. This is old classic Santos when he first started. And
the guy we knew he always was.
Exactly. You know,
I've been saying he was this entire time.
Listen. Well, did I want to believe the best of him? Yes. Were you ultimately right about his true nature and intentions? 100%. Should I doubt you going forward? Probably not. Will I doubt you again in the future? Probably I will. But besides the point, yes, I love the segment. I thought it was great. The LWO Fallout too, like you had like Cruz and Joaquin and Selena watching backstage in the monitor. Yeah, like Jesus was saying, Dom was right. Santos Escobar giving props to Dominic Mysterio. That was cool to me. I personally enjoyed it.
No, I'm not saying you can't enjoy it. All I'm saying is I said some things about this man time and time again. And while I'm not going to say he was wrong for what he did to Rey Mysterio, I don't even disagree with them. I mean, that man said, I hope that you get an infection and you lose your leg. They got to cut that shit off. Like,
bro, that line was so savage. I sat there and I was taken aback. I gasped. Oh my!
Now,
yes.
me and Santos healed some issues when he showed up for the Don when need be. But where I do take issue with Santos,
okay,
is the way he handled Zelina and what he did to Legado. Because I told you he left Elektra down there on purpose. And it was some shady shit. And I said that he left the whole team down there for like a month before he came and picked up 2/3 of them.
Yeah.
And I said it was on some shady shit. And you're like, no. He's not like that. He's not like that. Then he's just like, hey, listen. You can come. You can stay here. You can be my bitches. Or you guys can ride with Rey Mysterio and his fuckboy shit over there with Carlito. And they're like, I can't believe you did that to Rey. Like, I thought, and he's like, all right, you know what? I never needed you. I don't need you. Fuck you. Bye-bye. And they turn around, and Santos just starts beating the shit out of his boys, Vince.
Crazy. It's fucking wild. It's listen, there's gonna slowly build up Santos.
He did
up.
kidnap them, too.
He also did kidnap them. Like, listen, whatever. Santos looks great. He's looking like a bigger star. I think right now, just that promo alone, I feel like puts him at the tier, or if not slightly above, where Grayson Waller, and Austin Theory are in terms of heels ranking on SmackDown, slightly right below Bobby Lashley. He's slowly moving up the rankings, and this is going to help. I just want good things to happen for Santos, the person, the wrestler, because he's a great talent. And he's an actual like guy that can actually cut his own promo. He never really needed Selena. He's nothing against Andrade, but he can cut English promos.
Oh, Andrade's got someone now.
Yes, he do. But that was great. I love it set up a match with Carlito at Survivor Series. I didn't get to see Rey versus Santos at Survivor Series, but this is a nice what's the word I'm looking for?
Consolation prize.
Thank you. I appreciate you helping me out there. But yeah, this is gonna be cool. I really wish it was the old theme song for Carlito, because god damn it, I love it. But this is gonna be a good match. That's gonna be a really good match. Carlito versus Santos Escobar. This Survivor Series pay-per-view feels like NXT TakeOver War Games, like the 2 big War Game matches and 3 really good solid matches in there.
Carlito confirmed Spitter, so he's good with the Smackin It Raw podcast. Maybe confirmed Spitter could be the title for this week.
Let's write it down. Let's make sure, put it in pen.
I'm all for it. I'm swallowing for the fact that I was right all along. That's all that is.
You just like being right, and that's okay.
Love being right is my favorite thing. My next swallow is for Katie.
Okay.
I'm swallowing Alpha Academy and the Creeds slowly kind of becoming one thing. Like the Creeds are like, hey, we're kind of like you guys, and if you need us, we're here, and blah blah blah. The only thing I don't like about this is Akira Tozawa. I'm not about the fucking stupid little dance with the belts, and Akira Tozawa's not doing it for me.
Listen,
no,
I love that Tozawa dance. Tozawa, that's nasty.
Trash.
I love it. Listen, man, you sit there and you over here, you pump iron, but you're hating on Tozawa pumping iron himself.
Yeah, because what I just lifted weighs more than that belt.
I don't know what Jesus is talking about. I'm swallowing his LAX reference. I'm not sure what he meant by that. I'm not sure what you meant. Did you catch that Santos called Cruz del Toro by his original
Joaquin?
No, Raul. He called him Raul and Joaquin.
Yeah.
So it was Raul Mendoza. So he called him Raul. So I'm really hoping he gets his OG name, Raul Mendoza, back.
Maybe not.
Hope so.
But
yeah, I'm
with you.
Creeds.
Spitting
Alpha.
Tozawa, swallowing the Creeds, joining Alpha Academy.
I don't think they're joining, but it's a partnership. It's an alliance, you know.
I also really enjoyed like the on NXT with Alpha Academy coming out and Metaphor being like, "Oh, your next opponent is gonna be," you know, and they start putting it, and they think it's Otis, and Maxine's going off talking about all this stuff, and then all of a sudden, like you hear former Olympian, it's like, wait, Otis wasn't in the Olympics, was he? And then they find out that it's Chad Gable, and they lose their shit because they had already accepted the match. That was fun too, because I am not feeling Metaphor. Have not been, period. It's not for me.
No, but quick swallow there, just to piggyback off of what you were talking about with Metaphor. Shout out to Lash Legend getting that win over Roxanne Perez and advancing to NXT Deadline. Did not see that coming, but I'm not mad at it. Yeah.
Can you read that for me?
Yeah, Santos said orgullosamente latino hasta la muerte y después. So that's the opening line to LAX's theme song.
I could read that part.
Okay, so that's what he meant by that. Okay.
Yeah.
Just need a refresher. Yeah, okay. I feel you. I like the Creeds interacting with Alpha Academy. It feels right up their alley. It feels better than New Day interacting with Alpha Academy. I will say that.
Then spit or swallow.
I am gonna go ahead and swallow more Latinos, and I'm gonna swallow the match between Dragon Lee and Axiom. That was a really good match. That power bomb reverse into a power bomb like sunset flip power driver, whatever the Axiom hit Dragon Lee with, fucking crazy. It was a really good match. They're really doing the thing where they're slowly building up Dragon Lee and putting him up with other athletes with a similar wrestling style, or that can help complement Dragon Lee. Obviously, the first match was with Dom. Showed out, impressed. They called him up to the main roster. He's done some tag matches here and there, but when he's done singles matches, it's been with the likes of Cedric Alexander and an Axiom, and slowly showing out. And he's a player. Obviously, he wanted to go in there and he wanted to like get revenge for Rey Mysterio. He wanted honor Rey Mysterio. That's one of his idols. That's one of his heroes or people that he looked up to in the business. He's a player that I would like to see incorporated into this LWO drama that's happening.
Well, he clearly everything he's doing is to get his hands on Santos because he's team fuck Santos. So.
I mean, I'm on teams fuck Santos too. I'd fuck Santos, man. I mean, did you see the man? Looks fantastic.
I don't think that's how he meant it, Vince.
Oh,
I don't think that's how he meant it.
Oh, I mean, could you blame him?
Dragon Ball Lee's out here like, nah, you can't beat up on the second greatest mass wrestler of all time, like that.
Yeah, second greatest. Because shout outs to Sheamus, wherever he's at. Didn't mean to point to the sky like he's dead. I just read like shout out to him. Like
shout out to Sheamus up there, wherever you are. We love you. Haven't seen you on TV in a while.
What happened to that boy? Oh man. But yeah, Dragon Lee Axiom, really good match. Like what they're doing.
I've heard that from you. I heard that from my buddy John. When I heard Axiom was in it, I tuned the fuck out because I am not an Axiom fan.
I get that. I understand.
I hate that gimmick. I always have. You don't watch AEW. I'll go to AEW.
You know what you should do? You should run down AEW for me like you used to do back in the day.
Well, if I had taken notes for AEW that way, then I would have. But seeing as we talked about it now and AEW's over and I didn't take notes that way, that's not going to happen.
Okay.
However,
yes,
I am going to swallow the fact that Next Strong, Roddy Strong, knows what the fuck is up, calls up Adam Cole. He's like, Adam, I know who the devil is. It's MJF. Because he knows that it's motherfucking MJF. And he's going to be right. He's going to be right. Because it's the only thing that makes sense is for Roddy to be right and for this all to play out that way.
Shout out to Roddy. I love Roddy, man. He's really turned the corner. He's found his way.
Adam! So yeah, no, that is my next swallow, is swallowing Roddy. You know, being on team Max is the devil, because if not, fuck Maxwell Jacob Friedman, because this is awful if he isn't.
I mean, the only other alternative, because okay, so I have not been keeping up with the full entirety of the storyline with the devil, who they've attacked, how many devils there is, like alliances, whatever. But I did see that there was an Austin theory out there that what if it was indeed Adam Cole, and they were forming some sort of like reformation of like Bullet Club Maine with the Bucks, with Hangman, with Bullet Club Gold, with Adam Cole as the new leader. I don't fucking
Who
know.
the fuck wants that?
I low
Well,
key.
first and foremost, I love me some Hangman Adam Page. The Bucks don't fuck with Hangman right now because Hangman made them lose their 6-man tag titles. Like, yeah. I am Team Bucks right now, even though they didn't really do shit. Because fuck Kenny and his alliance with Jericho.
Yeah, fuck that shit too.
But no, we got the Golden Shower Club. That's good enough. We don't need more Bullet Club bullshit.
I love Bullet Club, man, and it could be a thing where like,
do you though? Do you still?
I love what Bullet Club was. I don't like where Bullet Club is right now. Just like I love. Hey, look, it's like loving the Jordan Bulls, but hating what the fuck they are now. You want to?
I would not agree with that statement, but okay.
I miss the Jordan Bulls. That's when you actually cared about basketball. It's the only time you cared about basketball was when the
Michael Jordan. The only time everyone in Chicago cared about basketball.
Exactly. That's where I want us to.
He was in Space Jam. How could I not?
That's true. Shout out to Space Jam.
Vince Spit or Swallow.
Where was I? Let's see. Oh, let me go ahead and I'm gonna swallow the triple threat tag match to determine the number one contenders for Judgment Day's tag titles next week on Friday Night SmackDown live in Chicago. Winners ended up being the Street Profits. Shout out to them. They got that win. But the tension afterwards between Rich Holland and Pete and Butch, that was interesting because I saw a lot of people talking about, could this be the first steps into Butch becoming fully on Pete Dunne again? And if that is something that they lean towards and head towards that avenue, I'd be so for that, because give that man his full name back. Let Butch stick around. Like, I don't hate Butch. It's just, it's hard not to call him Pete Dunne because that's all I fucking know. So I want to see the return of the Bruiserweight. But the triple threat match was great in of itself. I was actually rooting for Pretty Deadly, to be honest.
Of course you were.
Yes, boy.
Why would you root for the Street Profits, right?
Listen, I love Bobby Lashley.
Yeah.
But I'm not fucking with this.
This is like, listen, I love Bobby Lashley, but D'Lo Brown should never be world champion. That's what I'm hearing right now.
Listen, D'Lo Brown never really felt like a world champion level superstar.
Oh, you're so racist. While that match was going on,
yes,
over on AEW, we had Miro smashing Daniel Garcia. So here's what's going on, right? So CJ Perry comes back and she wants to manage Rusev, and Rusev's like, no, you're a distraction. I want nothing to do with you. She's like, all right, well, if you're not going to give me some dick, I'll go get some dick somewhere else. And she got that dick. She got that Andrade dick, that El Idolo dick. El Idolo dick could also be a title. I don't know how we can put dick in there. Maybe El Idolo, like eggplant emoji, but anyway. Daniel Garcia comes out and has a match with Andrade, gets in CJ's face last week and starts doing his little, air hump dance, Mm-hmm. Miro is like, no. Like, listen, I'll deal with Andrade in that whole situation. Whatever my wife wants to do, she's on her bullshit. I'll handle that. I dealt with Bobby. I can handle Andrade, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you, Daniel Garcia, you do not thrust your penis in the general direction of my wife. And he proceeded to go out there and beat Daniel Garcia from pillar to post. Don't get me wrong. Daniel Garcia got a little bit of offense there near kind of the end before he got choked the fuck out. But Miro went out there and smashed that man for just air humping in the general direction of his wife. And I was all about it.
You as a married man, me as a soon-to-be married man in a few months, how do you not sympathize with Miro and be like, no, don't fucking air hump in the direction of my wife?
I
Like,
know, I agree. I that's why I'm on board. That's why I'm swallowing Miro. I'm all about that Miro. Don't thrust your dick in my wife's direction energy. Also, CJ's in the back doing a little interview with Lexi Nair and Andrade, and she's like, "Yeah, so I went and talked to Tony, and I got Andrade into the international, intercontinental, promotional, whatever bullshit classic, the stupid round robin shit. He's going to be in there,
the
and
Red
Andrade,
Robin tournament.
if you win, you get a bonus." And Andrade's like, whoa, hold on. You went and talked to Tony. Like, you didn't even talk to me about putting me in this motherfucker. You went and talked to Tony Khan. I don't know how I feel. And then she like whispered in his ear real quick. And he's like, you know what? Okay. Yeah, no, we're good. I'm in.
What was the bonus?
Well, here's the thing, Vince. In my notes, I have, where did that go? It's down here. It very much felt like Too Fast, Too Furious. So you remember like when Ja Rule's sitting there in his car and she comes up and she's like, hey, whether you win or lose, you get this. This is yours. But if you win, you get her too. And then he loses. He's like, Monica. Like, that's how this felt, right? Like, I feel like she's like, listen, win or lose, you still got me. But if you win, I got friends. I got hot, flexible friends with Bulgarian husbands who aren't putting out in tanks anymore that'll come fuck you.
I do have this question, man. Like, a lot of people gave a lot of flack to WWE when they did this whole cuck storyline with Miro and Lana. But now in AEW, it feels like it's the same energy. I'm not saying it's the same storyline, but it feels like the same energy. And it's just like I don't know. Tony Khan be like rehashing shit that wasn't working in WWE and doing it in AEW.
First and foremost, the only people that have an issue with WWE doing a cuck storyline are people that are getting cucked, and they took that shit personally.
Probably.
They're like, this hits way too close for home, and I'm very uncomfortable with having to watch a man like Bobby Lashley fuck a white woman when my white wife is out. Anyway, that's why people took it personally.
Okay. I thought you were gonna go into a segue with it because I was gonna ask you. It's like, oh, what was the bonus? And I was like, well, the bonus was that you get a free year subscription to patreon.com/creation world, where for only
$1
a
great segue in about 8 minutes.
Mm.
Halfway through the show.
Oh well. Well, I kind of looked at the live ticker and I forget that we started live before we actually recorded.
Yeah.
Proceed.
Vince, spit or swallow?
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and swallow the promo segment in general featuring Paul Heyman, Solo Sikoa, and just the Bloodline stuff minus Roman, including LA Knight coming out and having words back and forth. The only thing I didn't like was LA Knight's attempt at rapping. Not good. Not good at all. But Paul Heyman effortlessly dropping bars was not on my bingo card for 2023, and it snuck in there in the final 2 months of the year, which is crazy. But that whole segment was great. They made Solo Sikoa feel like a megastar, no pun intended, and bigger than what he was even a month ago or 2 months ago. Cena came in there and he made Solo legit, even more than he already was. He compared him to Taz, the most dominant wrestler in ECW, and someone that Solo should kind of model how he should carry himself. The Candace of the Taz back in ECW was amazing, and that's who Solo could be. He could be on that level.
And mind you, I was wrong about it because Cody came out for this and saved LA Knight, which isn't anyone that's in the fucking Survivor Series match. None of his boys, nothing to really, other than it's still fuck Bloodline, and I want Roman's title. So, and that's why Cody got kicked out for coming out here and saving LA Knight from getting jumped by Solo after LA Knight defeated Jimmy.
I mean, Nick Aldis, get better security, my guy. Stop letting your top stars getting assaulted by the bloodline.
Whoever's in the chat, let me know who won the TBS title match between Chris Statlander, Julia Hart, and Sky Blue, and if Sky Blue
I can
went
tell
through
you
with
who won it.
Who won it?
Julia Hart.
Did she? And
Yeah.
was it because Sky Blue?
I don't know how or why, but I just saw the graphic that she won.
Will, you're watching. Tell me if Sky Blue, if Katie's agenda was pushed because. See, Julia Hart. Was it because of Sky Blue? Did Katie's agenda get pushed? Did Sky Blue assist Julia Hart in winning? Because here's the thing. We had a match, right? And I'm swallowing it just for the agenda, right? Like, Sky Blue qualified for that triple threat match over Red Velvet, joining Stat and Hart. The match wasn't great, but we needed Sky Blue in that match for aesthetic reasons as well as just like for narrative reasons. Like, Stat hit the finish on Blue, Hart hit Stat and stole the pin. Well.
Zoom tight for the audio listeners.
You're just supposed to talk and not let people know that I'm sneezing, Vince. That's why I muted it. If I wanted them to know I was sneezing, I would just sneeze into the fucking mic. Anyway.
Zoom tight.
So it didn't necessarily go as planned, but it can still play out. We'll see. Because Sky Blue was also like, fuck Julia Hart, but mostly fuck Stat. I want that title. Julia Hart as TBS champion is fucking fantastic, and that is swallow worthy as well.
Yes.
So I'm gonna smash Julia Hart as TBS champion.
I see what you did there. Yeah, I'm with you, man. It was all good shit. Like they're taking chances on some of the women talent, which is great to see. They did that with Statlander. They've done that with various other talents as well. Let's see what Julia Hart can do with the title.
Yeah, let's see what Julia Hart can do with the title. I'm with it. I love Julia Hart and her big fucking hat and her whole thing. And
yeah,
I'm a big House of Black fan. Speaking of which, Vince, spit or swallow?
Let's see. I am gonna go ahead and swallow the Shinsuke Nakamura video package. This is like the third week in a row where like he keeps making reference to this person. Oh, very similar to the whole Aleister Black come pick a fight with me, come knock on my door type of promo, but executed perfectly for Shinsuke, for this heel character. It's raising
Good
a lot of
words, because I thought you were going to say something dumb there.
I
thought you were about to insult Aleister.
No. Aleister did as great as anyone could given shit material. But they've done well trying to build up who this person is that Shinsuke is talking about. I'm very much interested. A lot of people are speculating that it's CM Punk because Shinsuke is used to GTS a few times in his matches. I don't think it'll be Punk, but it'd be interesting to see. I'm interested to see what they're going to do with him. And in the meantime, he's feuding with Alpha Academy members. First, he took out Akira Tozawa. Now he's took out Otis. He got the win, and then he goaded Chad Gable into picking the fight. That's looking like where they're going to go next with Shinsuke. That might be the match on Monday Night Raw. Both Chad Gable and Shinsuke Nakamura. He's just lining out and taking out Alpha Academy. And I just like Shinsuke. They finally figured out how to properly book him. Now, if only they can figure out how to properly book him to win matches and big titles.
Yeah, I agree. As Vince's pussy is singing in the background. Will, since you're here and you're doing this for us, who won the women's title match, Sheeta or Tony? Let me know in the comments.
I would hope it's Tony.
Well, because I'm swallowing Mariah May learning why you never meet your idols, especially in black and white. Glad we found something for Luther to do. Fuck yeah, Tony won.
There we
Fucking
go.
timeless Tony Storm, baby.
Timeless
Vince,
Tony Storm
hold
is the best thing in that women's division.
Hold on, Vince. I'm going to send this to you.
Okay.
I don't know if we can make this our thumbnail. What did I do with it? Where'd it go?
Send it on Twitter.
I will send it on Twitter.
Yeah.
But anyway, timeless Tony Storm won. Mariah May is there meeting her idol. I said I'm really hoping for like Mickie James, Trish Stratus to come out of this WrestleMania vibes with the stalker and all that. But like we found something for Luther to do, so like good for him. Also, Tony defeated Emi Sakura on Rampage or Collision. I think it was Rampage. Who is the one that trained Hikaru Shida. It was a good time there. She used a few really cool moves from some old wrestlers. And Timeless Tony Storm got the win. So I am also going to smash AEW Women's Champion Tony Storm. Love that for her. And big swallow for that whole build. That's one of the things I've been really enjoying that AEW did.
They've been doing some really good stuff with that Timeless Tony Storm stuff. I don't really be watching the show like that, but I see the segments and I see the programs and I see all the other stuff that they're doing, the storyline stuff, the outside the ring stuff, and I really much like it. I like what they're doing. This Tony's really leaned into it, and I'm happy she's found her niche because I felt like that was something she's always needed. Was like a good character to seek her teeth into, and that was this. Going back to what you were saying about Luther, I don't think anyone really needs Luther to be doing anything. They could just like release him, and I think nobody would.
Hey, listen, he's already. What I'm saying is he's on the payroll. We found something for him to do. So like, cool.
Or stop signing
works.
people to the payroll and not having them do anything.
This works. Like it works. I'm not against it.
Right.
So yeah, everything Mariah and Tony winning the championship.
Shout out. Good shit.
Vince, spit or swallow.
Let's see here. I am gonna go. You know what? It's not a swallow. It's not a spit. It's kind of like a gargle. That Chase U lost the NXT Tag Team titles to the Don and Channing Stacks Lorenzo.
Hold on, back up. How'd you start that again?
I said it's not a spit, it's not a swallow.
No, it is. It is a swallow. You're incorrect. It's a huge swallow. Your new two-time NXT Tag Team Champions, the Don and Channing Stacks Lorenzo.
I will say the story throughout this match was really good because I liked how Andre Chase just looked like he hadn't slept in weeks. And then you have the Chase U fan section, the student section, slowly leaving one by one, and then that's causing Chase to get distracted. Kind of like throughout the whole match, he's trying to get the crowd. Try to get the Chase U section and get behind them, but he just can't. What you doing over there? What's this?
Oh, this would be the Sicilian flag that we are waving in victory for the family.
I can't stand you. But there was a lot of D'Angelo family stuff on NXT. How did you feel about it? Like this new
I don't know. How do you think I felt about it, Vince?
You loved it.
Dude, I fucking loved it. I love that Andre Chase is under investigation.
Okay.
I love kind of not knowing what he's under investigation for and theorizing about it. I love that a lot of the Chase U students were leaving during the match because they have lost faith in Andre Chase. I'm also very curious about what I believe to be the newest member of the family. I really want to know who she is. She tells the locker room that, listen, you guys can all want a shot at the Don and Stacks, but next week the family's going to celebrate. They got a championship win. They got to celebrate. Like, I need to know who this chick is. I need to know more about her because she's family now.
I don't know anything about her, and that's usually the best way to introduce a character in wrestling is when you have no idea who this person is. because then you don't have expectations for them. It'd be one thing if, like, let's say it was a Candice LeRae that had like an indie wrestling background and like backstory to her and lore and fandom, and then gets thrust into this.
Her name is Adriana Rizzo, and that is all he knows so far.
That's all we need to know right now. That's all we need to know right now. We'll find out when we're supposed to find out, and not a second sooner. But yeah, the Chase U versus the Don and Stacks was a great tag match. I loved it, despite the results. I was really hoping Chase U would retain the titles, but it serves the story more for them to lose the titles.
I will say, part of me's kind of hoping that we find out that Andre and JC are fucking because she showed up and saved Andre from the paparazzi there as he was trying to leave. And like Thea gets really upset. Like that would be a nice little as the world turns twist to the days of our lives that we've got going on here. So yeah. Andre and JC fucking would be fantastic.
I mean, props to Andre Chase if that is indeed the case.
All right. Swallowing everything Samoa Joe, MJF. You let me know that MJF won the main event. I'm assuming Samoa Joe and MJF retained MJF's tag team titles in the buy-in. Will or Jesus, someone please let me know.
Yeah.
But we got Joe beating a jobber and then once again being like, hey, Max. Yeah, they retained. The offer's still there. You ain't got nobody else. I'll be your tag team partner. MJF ends up getting dropped by the Golden Shower Club, comes out apologizing to the Acclaimed, refuses to take Joe's offer, pretty much because I thought he was scared. And if he isn't the devil, this whole thing sucks balls. Then we move over to Collision and Dynamite. And we've got Max at the end of Rampage. Rampage, not Dynamite. Or Collision and Rampage, not Dynamite. Max brawling with the Golden Shower Club, finally accepting Joe's offer when he comes out, shaking hands. They retain the tag team titles. Max retains. They ran an injury angle with Max after the match, is what Jesus is thinking. So he might be hurt going into his match with Samoa Joe. And I already said I need Samoa Joe to take that belt off Max because I want to see Samoa Joe as my fucking AEW World Champion. So
I've been wanting to see that from the moment he had that match against Punk at Wembley. I'm like, this man should be world champion.
I'm all for it. I enjoyed the build. I enjoyed the fact that they won. Give me more. Give me more. Yeah. Vince, spit or swallow.
We loosely talked about it, but I'm gonna circle back to it. The whole promo battle between Zoe Stark and Rhea Ripley was really well done. I'm liking what Triple H is doing with the women's division over on Raw. He's slowly building them up. Yes, sometimes with the matches, the crowd isn't all that receptive, but you gotta build up these talents so that they start caring about them. And I'm telling you right now, I've never cared more about Zoe Stark in like who knows how long, because I didn't care that much about her when she was in NXT. When she got hauled up to Raw, I was like, okay, cool, whatever. I thought she was an interesting person to be paired up alongside Trish Stratus. But ever since she left Trish Stratus' side, I talked about it last week, she's been coming into her own. This is a great match, and it feels like a takeover type match that would be set up between Rhea and Zoe Stark, someone that you don't really see get put in that scenario under the Vince McMahon regime, but Triple H believes in and wants to test the waters and see what she can do. And they're slowly building up more stars in that Raw women's division. So I'm just swallowing it because I thought the interaction was very well, like we talked about earlier. And it was a good build. It was a good build.
Okay, it was after the tag title match that they ran the injured angle. Still won injured. I like I said, I put Zoe over earlier in calling out Rhea and all of that. I've enjoyed the shit out of Zoe. I was kind of down with her and Shayna being a thing, I'm down with her doing her singles thing. You shouted out Young Kings Wrestling earlier. We know TC is all about those Vegas talent, even if they're pieces of shit like Matt Riddle. So happy to see a non-piece of shit Vegas talent get some shine over there in WWE.
Yeah.
I'm gonna swallow Christian Cage opening up Collision, cutting a promo on Darby, basically being like, hey, if you ever need a daddy, I'll be your daddy. And then telling Beth to make sure that the kids come close and watch his match because he is going to break Adam's neck and he wants the kids to see it. I don't know what the fuck has gotten into Christian in AEW, but this man is on a whole nother fucking level.
I'm all about it. Between
did he break his neck? Jesus, did he break his neck?
Between Timeless Tony Storm, Prince Nana's dancing the Source theme song, and Christian Cage, these are the three best things going on in AEW right now. And Christian, who would have guessed Christian being one of the top things going in AEW right now? I love it.
Apparently, he ran away at the end. I will say this though, because I didn't mention it, but you kind of reminded me of it because you were talking about dancing, right? And earlier we were talking about Daniel Garcia dry humping the air in CJ's general direction. Yes. When I was watching Miro versus Daniel Garcia, I felt like I was watching Rusev versus Fandango back in WWE.
Okay.
Like Daniel Garcia with the dance and even just like his general demeanor kind of resembles Fandango a little bit. So like I feel like they did a story where like Fandango was dancing and Rusev got jealous and went out there and beat the shit out of Fandango for dancing in or around Lana. I feel like that was a thing. Maybe it wasn't, but I feel like it was.
It feels like something that probably did happen, but I can't like recall it. I have no recollection of it.
Yeah. All right. What was that me or was that you?
That was me.
Zoe, and then I did Christian, so it's you. Spit or swallow.
It's me. Okay.
Oh, wait. Actually, before you spit or swallow, because I got all distracted and I should have done this about 12 minutes ago. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are watching us live, I want to thank you for watching us live here, wherever you're watching us, whether it's YouTube or twitch.tv/CreationWorld. But you can go to patreon.com/CreationWorld. And there, for just $1, you now get 3, count them, 1, 2, 3 podcasts for $1. You get Return to Wrestling with me and Travis talking old school WCW, including our latest episode, which is Spring Stampede 1998. You get Travis and Mara over on Multiverse talking animated DC films, including The Killing Joke, which will be their latest episode. If it's not out, it'll be out very soon. And now, the debut episode of If You Have to Ask, featuring me and my wife, Kate, doing an Am I the Asshole podcast. We had a great time. I want you guys to go check it out. I'd love some feedback, what you guys like, what you didn't like, what you want to see more of from that, how we did. So please go subscribe to that $1 tier and get that. And, you know, if you're like, hey, you know what? Actually, these guys are great. I'd love to give them a little bit more. We have higher tiers. You know, you click that link, you'll see the tiers and what we offer. Everything in that $1 tier is available in all the other tiers. But you click that link, you go check it out. One of those tiers will get you this show ad-free. 0 ads, nada, none, nothing. If you go do that, then you don't have to worry about, you know, hearing the same ads over and over again, week in, week out. You can just watch the shows without them. But if you're here, you know, we have great sponsors. We've got sex toys. We've got dog leashes and dog food and all sorts of things. And we've got energy drinks to help keep you up late at night to watch our motherfucking shows. So without further ado, once Vince removes that banner, here is a message from Travis and our sponsors.
Spice things up in the bedroom, then it's time to check out Adam and Eve. Because you see, Adam and Eve is the leading adult toy store that offers a wide range of products to help you explore your sexual desires. Whether you're looking for something to use solo or with a partner, they have everything you need to satisfy your cravings. From vibrators to lingerie, bondage gear to lubricants, AdamandEve.com has it all. And the best part, you can shop with confidence, knowing that all their products are of high quality and backed by a 100% satisfaction guarantee. That means whether you bought a dildo, sex swing, penis ring, vibrator, anal sex toy, bondage toy, couples toy, lube, or accessory, you can get a refund within 90 days if you're not 100% satisfied. No questions asked. And right now, as a special offer to our listeners, Adam and Eve is giving you 50% off almost any item on their website. That's right, 50% off. And if you act now, you'll also get free shipping. So go to adamandeve.creationworld.com and use the offer code erotica at checkout. That's erotica at adamandeve.creationworld.com for 50% off almost any item and free shipping. Don't wait. This offer won't last very long. The link is in the description. Attention, dog lovers. Are you looking for high quality products to spoil your furry friend? Then you need to check out dog.com. Because you see, dog.com is the go-to online store for all your dog-related needs. They offer a huge selection of dog food, treats, beds, and more. Plus, they have products for all types of dogs, from puppies to seniors and everything in between. And the best part, you can shop with confidence knowing that all their products are made with your dog's health and happiness in mind. Dog.com only stocks top-rated brands that you can trust, so you can rest easy knowing your dog is getting the best. And right now, as a special offer to our listeners, Dog.com is doing a big warehouse clearance sale. And all you have to do is go to dog.creationworld.com and you can get up to 80% off on all sorts of items like toys, treats, bones, harnesses, bowls, leashes, and anything else you can think of. So go to dog.creationworld.com and take advantage of this sale right now. Spoil your furry friend with the best products from dog.creationworld.com today. Link is in the description. Are you tired of feeling sluggish and unfocused throughout the day? Then it's time to try DUBBY, the ultimate energy source. DUBBY is a powerful clean energy drink that is designed to help you stay alert and focused no matter what life throws your way. Whether you're a student, a busy professional, an athlete, or especially a gamer, DUBBY can give you the boost you need to take on the day or the night. It also contains important aminos and vitamins that canned energy drinks simply don't have. And the best part, DUBBY is made with high quality ingredients and is completely sugar-free, maltodextrin-free, and is keto-friendly. So you can enjoy the energy boost without any of the crash, jitters, or angst that comes with traditional energy drinks. Simply mix DUBBY with water and you'll have a delicious, refreshing energy drink that can help you power through your entire day. And with a variety of flavors to choose from, including Galaxy Grenade, Beach and Peach, and Dragonade, you're sure to find one that you love. So go to dubby.creationworld.com and order your DUBBY today. And for a limited time, use code CREATIA at checkout to get 10% off your order. That's Creatia at dubby.creationworld.com for 10% off. Try DUBBY today and feel the difference. The link is in the description.
Vince, spit or swallow?
I'm going to go back to NXT, and I'm going to swallow the fact that Trick Williams was the other wrestler that advanced to NXT Deadline. He defeated Joe Coffey. The match wasn't what it was whatever, but it was more or less Trick getting that win. Him advancing, them trying to advance the Trick Williams, Carmelo Hayes storyline. I still don't trust Melo, man. I still don't trust Melo. I know Katie doesn't want it to be Melo, but I know it's fucking Melo. That man is guilty. And I know Trick knows it. I just hope he doesn't get Bayley'd or he doesn't get Rey Mysterio.
I was gonna say, do you want it to be Melo because of what happened with Santos? Are you just like, are you jaded now from what Santos?
Oh, I'm jaded. I'm fully on expecting you to like next week to like stab me in the back and replace me with Will or replace me with some other Mexican.
I've already replaced you with Katie. What are you talking about?
Replace me again for the replacement of Katie.
No. Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. I also kind of feel like it's got to be Hayes. Like, this Lexus King thing ain't gonna work for me.
No.
That being the outcome is going to be lackluster. Trick also defeated Joe Coffey, qualified for the Iron Survivor.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a big plus. Love that. Let's see. I'm going to swallow Powerhouse Hobbs bragging about taking out Big Show. This man says, I'm big, I'm black, and I'm jacked, and anyone can get it. And that needs to be his shirt.
Wait. That's a possible title. Would you say big, black,
I'm
and
big,
jacked?
I'm black, I'm jacked. Anyone can get it.
There you go. That's one right there.
Yeah, he was bragging about taking out Big Show in the I'm spitting that whole fucking match. Like it was Powerhouse Hobbs and the Callis family, which I am a fan of, and Don was there by his side, versus Jericho and Omega and Ibushi and Big Show, and they all came in dressed in suits like fucking Wish version of fucking Evolution or Reservoir Dogs, whatever the fuck they were going for. I wasn't feeling it. However, Hobbs did smash Big Show, slammed him on a fucking car, took him out. Paul White's gone. So I'll swallow that. I'm swallowing that.
All right. It's not bad. I don't got much else, but I will say I did love the interaction and the mutual respect that for some reason was cultivated on NXT between Baron Corbin and Dirty Dom Mysterio. I have no idea why I like this so much. They were just like they were just jerking each other off backstage. Basically, it's like, oh man, yeah, you're great. I got your back if you ever need me. Yeah, I'll get you off. Whatever. It was great shit. It was all in the detriment of Wesley. He got the pin there. He got pinned there by the end of the days. To this day, one of the best finishers ever. But yeah, I don't know why. I like it. I was not expecting to see a Dominic Mysterio Baron Corbin. But, there's mutual respect there. A lot of people are respecting Dominic Mysterio this week. Baron Corbin and Santos Escobar included. So only that interaction, man. I knew I needed that, but I loved it.
Dude, Corbin's got to do something because otherwise this whole, Young Kings Wrestling said, this whole fucking NXT thing and revamping his character, it's all been a fucking waste. Like, what the fuck are we doing? What are we really doing here?
I thought we were getting somewhere where they were repackaging back into the Lone Wolf, but it's not.
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. That's how many I have left. 4 things.
You might as well list them off then.
I'm going to swallow Lash Legend qualifying for the Iron Survivor.
I swallowed that already. That was one of my early swallows.
I didn't hear you talk about Roxanne Perez and Lash Legend. Mentioned them. I mentioned them earlier.
You mentioned Metaphor, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to snowball and piggyback off of that by swallowing the fact that Lash Legend beat Roxanne Perez.
Because of Kiana James.
Yes. Yeah. So I was not expecting Lash Legend to get the win, but that was surprising and good for her. I'm happy for her. And you even nodded in agreement.
That probably happened, but I'll remember it. Because I didn't erase it off my notes. 5-man. Swallowing Gigi Dolan versus Ariana Grace because Gigi Dolan and Ariana Grace were in the ring together, and that's enough of a swallow for you. Did you have that, Vince?
I had that. I didn't say
that already? Okay.
I didn't say that already. I saved that one for you because I knew you're Gigi Dolan and you love your Ariana Grace, so I was going to steal that swallow from you. I wasn't going to mention the Don either. I'm surprised it took that long.
There was a lot of AEW. There were 3 shows of AEW that I had to cover that you didn't watch. So, I still have 2 things from AEW.
We could have just skipped AEW.
No, we couldn't. I watched all of it. I'm not watching all that shit and then not talking about it, Vince. And I had SmackDown on one and Collision on another, and I was watching them simultaneously side by side.
You could have skipped Collision.
I was doing it. I was doing the damn thing. And then I watched Rampage right after. I had 3 hours of AEW on a Friday night. Swallowing the Kings of the Black Throne, Malachi and Brody, getting a win. And then later on, we had a match between Cash Wheeler, and Roosh, who
Okay.
are two. It was a singles match, but they're both in tag teams who are going to be completing in the Fatal 4-Way ladder match. Starks and Big Bill are out there. They fuck up the match. Malachi and Brody show up. There's an all-out brawl. Preston Vance is out there. Like, a bunch of shit. There was a little stare down between fucking Big Bill and Brody Lee. Brody King, not Brody Lee. Two different Brodys. Brody King. And then they went for ladders, all that, but everything House of Black in general, Kings of the Black Throne, getting to watch them on Collision. Like, I got Miro. I didn't get a match, but I got a Julia Hart, Chris Statlander fucking Sky Blue promo package.
Okay.
I got Kings of the Black Throne. The only thing I was missing was CM Punk, and it would have felt like old Collision again because it was all my shit that I wanted to watch on Collision.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, tag team match. Second one of the night. Technically, it was two separate shows, but second one of the night. Saraya and Ruby Soho lose to Hikaru Shida and Chris Statlander, who both lost their titles tonight. During the match, Ruby gets knocked down. Lil Parker comes out. He's got a little love thing going on with Ruby Soho. He's checking out her, making sure she's okay. So she's distracted. Saraya's stuck in the ring, gets taken out, loses the match because Ruby and Angelo are trying to fuck and cock blocking is going on. So,
yeah.
Saraya's not happy.
I'm not happy with Saraya, so it's all right. She can stay mad.
And that is it for me, Vince. You got anything else from the week in wrestling?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna spit the fact that Tony Khan likes to throw his money away and decided to sign Ronda Rousey and have her debut on a.
He didn't sign Ronda Rousey.
Well, he contracted Ronda Rousey to make an appearance on Ring of Honor pre-taped television to do some angle with Ember Moon, right?
She did a tag team match with Marina Shafir. So everything that Ronda has done since leaving the WWE has been to team up. Freelance, Rev Pro, Ring of Honor has all been to team with Marina Shafir. Now, I don't know if it was from Rev Pro or freelance or if it was.
No, I meant like she's like a freelance wrestler.
Oh yeah, okay, she's doing freelance. All right, because there is a freelance pro wrestling, and I know you dabble a little bit in the Chicago Indies, so I thought that's what you were talking about.
Oh no.
My thing is though, like I saw some of what she did with Ember Moon in that match, and she actually I saw people like, where the fuck was this in WWE? Like, so regardless of my feelings about Ronda Rousey and the fact that I don't watch Ring of Honor, I said it before, I don't give a fuck what Ronda does as long as it's not on TV where I have to watch it. So like,
fair enough.
I'm not watching ROH. I'm not gonna spit you going to ROH. Go do your thing and wrestle with your friends. Have fun. You keep that. I have a severe allergy to these female wrestlers wrestling barefoot. You got fucking Marina Shafir out there. You got fucking Valhalla out there. So it just grosses me out. There's something about it that just seems dirty, and I'm not feeling it.
And like, it's not like a Solo thing. Like Solo, I feel like he has feet hygiene, very good feet hygiene. But I don't know about.
I've always been against Matt Riddle out there with his bare ass fucking feet.
Yeah,
like, I'm not a fan of wrestlers wrestling barefoot. Even my boy Rusev broke his foot and put some boots on. You know, like
had to.
It is what it is. So this isn't like a female wrestler thing. This is just wrestlers in general wrestling barefoot. At least Solo tapes his feet up, so there's like some coverage.
Yeah.
It's almost like wearing ankle
here
socks.
Is that Matt doesn't have a feet fetish.
I do not have a foot fetish. I am not a foot person in any way, shape, or form. I don't knock you if you are. Do your thing. Like, more power to you. Get those feet pics. And sell them if that's your thing.
At Patreon.com/CreationWorld.
We support that. I'm not feeling it. So you take Marina Shafir and her fucking bare ass, nasty ass feet over to ROH with Ronda Rousey. Keep her off my TV, and I'm happy. I'm good. And if she's doing cool shit with Athena, that's great for Athena because Athena deserves more recognition.
For sure. I mean, if it gives a positive spotlight onto Athena, but it honestly just feels like he just signed it just to like he just had her appear just to have her appear. And it's like, why throw in like I may not like Ronda Rousey, but I feel like you and I both can agree that she does have some sort of draw power or some drawing ability in general because she's a name. She's a name. People are going to see that Ronda Rousey shows up somewhere. People are going to talk about it, regardless of how I may feel about her. Her showing up on a pre-taped episode of Ring of Honor, like, feels like a waste of your money. And I really do feel like this man needs a financial consultant. And that's what I'm really spitting here is the way Tony Khan just throws his money away.
Fair enough.
Or his dad's money, I guess.
Let's do a real short. I just pulled up the results. Let's do a real short smash or pass on just the results of Full Gear.
I love it. Let's do it.
Kingston defends the ROH championship against Jay Lethal. Retains the ROH championship against Jay Lethal on the 0 hour.
Smash
Pass.
that. Just fucked. Wait, what?
I'm passing the fact, not that he won. I'm just passing the fact that this was a fucking match.
Oh, I'm Jay Lethal didn't win, so I'm smashing that.
Claudio Castagnoli defeats Buddy Matthews.
Oh, that probably was a banger match. That was probably a killer match. I'm a smash that because I'm probably gonna go back and try to watch that.
It says the match did nothing to further any ill will between the BCC and the House of Black, but it did provide fans a preview of things to come later on in the main show with great in-ring action and a quality win for Castagnoli, even if Matthews could have used the victory more. Then we got the ROH World Tag Team Championships. MJF and Samoa Joe retain over the Guns. Smash.
I'm gonna pass just because I don't really care for Max having the tag titles right now with
They're the
Samoa Joe.
ROH tag titles. Who gives a fuck?
I don't care. I don't care to see it. So I'm gonna pass. Give it to the Guns. They're a national tag team.
Adam
fine.
Copeland,
Mhm.
Darby Allin, and Sting defeat Christian Cage, Luchasaurus, and Nick Wayne.
Pass. How dare they put an L on
the MILF
greatest,
Hunter.
on the MILF Hunter Christian? Come on, man. And the wrestling dinosaur. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on now.
How dare you give Darby a win? AEW International Championship, Orange Cassidy versus John Moxley, with Orange Cassidy retaining the title. Apparently, Bleacher Report gave this an A.
That adds up. I mean, it's Mox, it's Orange Cassidy, so they probably had a really good killer match there. I'm gonna say smash just because that is a match I'd probably go back and watch. Like if it was on the card, I'd actually sit down and watch and wouldn't skip it. Unlike that 6-man tag match we just talked about.
We've already smashed this. Timeless Tony Storm, your new AEW Women's World Champion, defeats Hikaru Shida.
You can smash twice.
Oh, I definitely smashed it twice. They gave the match a C+. Don't care. Timeless Tony Storm's champion. That's all I need.
She's the best thing.
Just mentioned by me, the ladder match for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. It is Roosh and so they're what are they called? Los Ingobernable.
La Facción Ingobernable.
Yeah, LFI. Versus Ricky Starks and Big Bill, who are your tag team champions, versus FTR, versus the Kings of the Black Throne, with Starks and Big Bill getting the win over LFI, FTR, and the House of Black.
Big pass. I do not give a fuck about Big Bill. I feel like they've really squandered Ricky Starks. I'm not... granted, I don't know what he's doing currently, but it just felt like the moment they took the titles off of FTR, it felt like an odd, weird move, booking decision wise. And to this day,
how dare you be friends with CM Punk?
I mean, Ricky Starks is also friends with CM Punk, so it's kind of
true. That's fair. Yeah,
it's like how dare both of you be friends with Ricky Stark with CM Punk. Ricky Starks is only one person. Big Bill, you don't like CM Punk, right? Okay, cool. That's good enough for me. Like, I don't get it because it seemed like they were setting up like another match, like the fourth match with the Bucks, and then the Bucks had this title shot for forever, and we're gonna talk about it in a sec. But the whole booking of this tag team division is just complete dog shit.
So I was reading a little bit here.
Okay.
Also already smashed this double smash. Julia Hart defeats Chris Statlander at Sky Blue to become your TBS champion. It says Sky Blue entered the arena to new theme music.
Yes.
With a new look, completing her transition from the more generic babyface persona to this darker version. As long as she still has the shorts, I'm still gonna smash.
She did.
I need to see this entrance, and depending on how she looked, that might have to be our thumbnail. We'll see. AEW's latest signee / Texas Death Match: Hangman Page versus Swerve. So the Osprey announcement, smash or pass, gargle.
Yeah,
he was pretty much already there. Gargle,
smash or pass. I'll just leave the room. It's one of those things where like I'm just gonna walk in and walk out.
But Texas Death Match, Swerve versus Hangman. I actually saw clips of this on Twitter with like staples and shit, and them fucking each other up. This is a blood feud. Swerve was in this man's house talking to his child and shit. I'm gonna smash.
I'm gonna smash it too, just because I saw that Prince Nana had like a great entrance with
and
like
Swerve won.
And Swerve won. Dude, shout out to Swerve, man. They're building up Swerve. Like, I'm over here like criticizing a lot of AEW, but they're doing Swerve right. They're doing Swerve right.
I should have done this a while ago. This was supposed to be here the entire time. I fucked that up. Huge pass. Kenny Omega and Jericho defeat the Young Bucks and take their AEW Tag Team Championship match bullshit.
Stupid.
She switched from a snapback to a crown. Ooh. Jericho and Omega winning that match. Pass. Hard pass. Huge pass.
Can't pass it enough.
Fuck that. And then our main event, which they what?
Yeah, I was a little confused.
Is this right? It says AEW World Championship match, Adam Cole versus Switchblade Jay White. Due to injury, MJF was unable to compete in the main event and defend his AEW World Championship against Jay White, so his best friend Adam Cole stepped up and competed in his absence, despite also being injured and having recently undergone surgery on his ankle. MJF drove back to the arena a la Stone Cold Steve Austin in a Vince Russo fever dream, hit the ring to defend his title. Okay. I was like, Adam Cole did not.
That's what they had it advertised, and I was confused. I'm like, how the fuck is Adam Cole defend the title for MJF? And what happens when if he successfully retains it for MJF? Is it kind of like keeping my seat warm or like holding my place in line type of scenario, or is it this is my spot now? Move, bitch.
MJF won, which I knew was going to happen. Samoa Joe needs to take that belt off him, so that's a smash for the guy that does the Sister Abigail not as good as Bray Wyatt losing the match.
I'm not gonna smash it, but I'm not gonna pass it. I'm gonna cuddle it.
You can cuddle it.
I'm gonna cuddle it.
Overall, just based on the two women's matches, smashing Full Gear.
Yeah, it sounded like a good pay-per-view. Outside from like the tag matches that I don't really care about, the Jericho and Kenny versus the Bucks, and of course the 6-man tag with Team Darby, Adam Copeland, and Sting versus Christian. Aside from that, everything seemed like it's all good shit.
All right, Vince, what was your favorite show you watched this week?
It's gotta be SmackDown, man. It's gotta be. Oh man, that's tough because Raw had some good Judgment Day stuff.
Yeah, but SmackDown had Santos. SmackDown had Damage Control.
I'm gonna give it to SmackDown just because they had slightly bit more. Like I only really swallowed the Judgment Day stuff, and granted it was spread throughout the show. But I'm gonna say SmackDown because of the Santos stuff with LWO, Then you had the Damage Control stuff, which I liked, plus the Dragon Lee match, and then the promo with Paul Heyman, and then LA Knight match with Jim Musso. So yeah, SmackDown.
I'm not going to get up and do it again, but I'm picking NXT because the family and the tag team titles. Just pretend I'm waving that Sicilian flag like I was earlier.
Yeah, there you go.
Because I put it away and I'm not going to get it.
Wave that Sicilian dick around, man.
I will. Vince.
Yes.
Where can they find you?
They can find me on Instagram and Twitter at SCSVince. The link tree in my bio takes you to everything that used to be Straight Talk. So all the archives of Straight Talk is still there. Go ahead and check out past episodes, even though right now it's defunct. Go check out Get Your Podcast. Go ahead and check out Smackin It Raw. All the links in my bio.
And hit up Vince at Survivor Series if you're there next weekend.
Yeah.
Pornhub.com/model/creation world. Ladies and gentlemen, that is still my favorite place for you to find us. We still have Pornhub exclusives there that you can go watch. It is still the coolest fucking thing about this show is that we are the #1 wrestling podcast on Pornhub. Everything Creation World can be found on Instagram, TikTok, and X at It's Creation World, ITSCREATIA World. Also, CreationWorld.com is back. It is up. You can go there, and it'll get you links to everything you want from us. You guys can follow me on Twitter only at Matt Ridders, at MATTRIDDER, or at Getting Offed. Matt Ridders for your wrestling content. Getting Offed, which again, tomorrow, same time, 11 p.m., come join us, is for your horror content. And everywhere else, that's Instagram, Blue Sky, Threads, and TikTok at Smackin It Raw. For Daddy Delgado, the Pornhub Poppy, the Sultan of Spitter Swallow, my friend Vince, I am the patron saint of podcasting, the Warden Mad Ritter, and this has been your #1 wrestling podcast on Pornhub.
There you go.
So what did you write down for titles?
We had Confirmed Spitter, El Idolo Dick. I'm big, I'm black, I'm jacked.
Listen, we have 3 options there. I'm gonna let
You can put Sicilian dick or wave your Sicilian dick.
I already thought there might be an issue with putting dick in El Idolo dick.
Mm-hmm.
So, no, whatever you want to do, I'm down.
All right.
I know you were a big fan of the Powerhouse Hobbs quote, so you can fit in there.
I'm big, I'm black, I'm jacked.
Anyone can get it. Yeah, no, I'm down.
All right.
I have no idea what the thumbnail should be. I like sky blue. I don't know how that works with the title.
That's usually how it works best, because I'm still so disappointed that we didn't get camel toe clutch with Rey Mysterio like in the fetal position.
Travis did approve it after the fact.
Yeah,
but then it was too late.
So what we have to do now is when I send you stuff, don't send it to Travis until we hammer things out and get approval, and then I'll send it to Travis.
There you go.
Yeah. But that was my fault too, because I just sent you stuff and I didn't say in the text message, I'm like, which one do you think looks better?
And I wasn't paying attention. I downloaded them both and just sent them. Because I thought they were 2 versions, or the 2 versions of the thumbnail.
Right.
Not 2 different thumbnails with just our logo placed different.
Mm-hmm.
So
okay. We had that whole little hiccup, but it gets
it's been a little while. You took some time off. I was making thumbnails while you were gone. It was a thing.
Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna do the show next week because I'll be at Survivor Series. So I'm the designated driver, so I have to.
I mean, if you want to get back and hop on at the end of the show and smash or pass Survivor Series with us, you can hop on and smash or pass the show.
It'd have to depend what time I end up getting home after dropping everyone off.
Why not do the show on location?
Because I'd probably be the designated driver.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Vince Delgado for Creation World, here live at Survivor Series.
Yeah. I can do the old Vince McMahon voice and stuff.
I mean, I did call in when we were still doing Zoom calls, like call in, like a phone call to the Zoom call for Money in the Bank 2017 when I went. So,
all right, we were both at that at both you and I think even Justin were there. Like it's crazy how many like shows we were all there before we knew each other, and we were all in the arena. And then now that we all know each other, you're too adult to go to a show.
I just lucked out today, right? So we're looking like you've seen. We're trying to put the shower in or the bathtub in the downstairs bathroom. So my dad came by. We're gonna frame it out. We're looking at shit, and he's like, "Well, we need to get the bathtub." So I went to go look at the bathtub that Kate wanted.
Okay,
and it was like $1,500. I'm like, listen,
Jesus.
I just spent $3,000 on fucking garage doors. All right, Christmas is right around the corner. I ain't got that fucking kind of money. Like, either this project's gonna have to just sit on hold till after the holidays are over, some shit's paid off, and I can throw that shit on the credit card, or we got to figure something else out because she also wants to tile, and that's more money. I found like a $200 fucking like surround that would fit in that area.
Right.
She doesn't surround, so that's I'm like, if I buy you a $1,500 bathtub, I'm getting the $200 surround. And then she's like, well, then we'll pick a different bathtub. Facebook motherfucking marketplace, bro. Somebody ordered a bathtub. They installed the wrong bathtub. So they came out, they took that bathtub out, put the right one in, let them keep the one that they took out because it had already been installed and taken out. And they sold it on Facebook Marketplace, probably a $1,500 bathtub for $150. I bought it today.
No way.
Looked at it. So I got my bathtub for $150 today. So,
wow. That, you know what? It's just water, but cheers to you guys. Cheers to you guys.
Fucking right.
Started a podcast.
I gotta tile a fucking shower, but
you got a bathtub for $150 that normally would be $1,500. So
yeah, no, I'm happy about that. I got it for like 10% of the price.
I mean, we both ended up winning because so the reason why I didn't get Survivor Series tickets was because all the seats were like gonna be like either resale prices, which were crack prices, like $500, $600 to be at a decent seat. What's this?
Cookie.
You made me a cookie?
Cookie.
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
I have a great one here. But I didn't want to like just get any seats like 100 level or whatever because I'm like, it's gonna be Melissa's first rep. I wanted her to like have to enjoy the experience. And they had released the seats behind the Titantron where the Tron normally is. So I'm assuming the stage setup is going to be similar to what Backlash was or the Rumble usually is now, where it's just like that small little like square opening. I don't know how they're going to do it, but I wasn't going to get those tickets. And then because they confirmed War Games and they changed the stage setup, they added more seats to the floor. Seats to Survivor Series, so we got the last row. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we're gonna be right in front of where like the competitors are gonna be in the War Games cages, waiting for them to go into the actual War Games match.
Oh yeah, that'd be dope.
Yeah. So Justin apparently already has a Get Chill sign, so I'm gonna try to see if I can scoop that up. And then I'm gonna see if I can like work out a Smackin It Raw sign because I don't want to try to make it. So I'm probably gonna print it out into like a cardboard and make it into a nice little circle. Because I
appreciate you considering me finally,
bro. I already knew I was gonna fucking make it. I was just asking Just which one do you want me to?
Yeah, Just really loved that conversation. I had him go listen to it because I was like, it's on the post show, and then. Because my dumbass played a music video, the whole fucking live stream from last week got taken down. So no more music videos from YouTube in our post shows. But yeah, that got taken down. So I told him to go watch it on Twitch.
No, it was funny. He hit me up too. He thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
He also said it was funny how he was trying to make a bachata reggaeton style intro. And he just didn't really knew what to give Jaylan. And it really just sounded like something that like white people would play on Cinco de Mayo as they're taking tequila shots and eating hard-shelled tacos.
Speaking of which, I'm making pulled pork tacos for an appetizer for Thanksgiving. So,
Speaking of Thanksgiving, and speaking of white people, I'm going to be having for the first time a white Thanksgiving. You know how people always talk about wanting to have a white Christmas? I'm going to have a white Thanksgiving. So you know how like all the traditional
I've never wanted a white Christmas, mind you. I fucking hate the snow. Continue.
But yeah, so all the dishes, like turkey, the stuffing, the mashed potatoes, the mac and cheese, the apple pie, all the stuff, all the shit you normally get Thanksgiving. I'm gonna get this year because I'm gonna go to Melissa's parents' house for Thanksgiving.
Are Melissa's parents white?
No, but they like to do traditional Thanksgiving stuff for Thanksgiving.
Okay. How long have you been with Melissa?
This is our 3rd year together.
And at 3 years, this is the first time you're going to her family's house for Thanksgiving?
Yeah, because we weren't we didn't really introduce each other to our parents until like a year and a half in. I started first, and then she waited. So
I would have waited to introduce you to my family too.
Fuck off. No, but yeah, it was just one of those things. Like, when we're ready, right? But I'm gonna go to Thanksgiving with her family, and that I'm just not used to that. I'm used to like my Mexican Thanksgiving, which is just a bunch of Mexican dishes. It's more like a potluck type thing with everyone bringing something. So I'm used to like there being like pasta. I'm used to there being tamales. Used to there being maybe pozole or more like tacos or like just Mexican dishes in general. So it's going to be a different experience for me.
All right.
Never actually had stuffing. We'll be having stuffing for the first time. And her mom's making it from scratch. So that's how you know that's love right there.
I'll be in the city for Thanksgiving too.
Really?
We do it. So Kate's godfather, which is basically like her uncle Domingo.
Mm-hmm.
We do Thanksgiving with his family. Like Kate's family goes there, and we do Thanksgiving Day there, and then we do the day after Thanksgiving with my family. So every year I'm in the city for Thanksgiving.
You want me to save you a plate?
No.
Why do you say it like that?
Because I'm not going to leave my wife and child there to come over and have a plate with you guys.
Who said you had to leave them? Bring the family along. Bring the Ritter household.
Okay, first off, again, it's not the Ritter household. It is the España household.
Bless you. No, but I meant the Ritter household as in you, Kate, and Zoe.
Kate is not leaving her family's house to go anywhere else for Thanksgiving. Why do you think we do Thanksgiving on a separate day? This is the day. She's cooking a bunch of fucking shit and desserts and all that sorts of shit. She's ready to go. They all smoke, so she'll be there. Mm-hmm. I'll be watching Zoe. She'll be out in the garage getting high with the whole family, having a good time.
While you're babysitting. I get you.
I don't smoke.
Good for you. I'm proud of you.
I mean, I can't work and drug test, but
good for you. I'm still proud of you. Even though you're legally being forced to not partake. Legally binding.
Sobriety.
But I'm still going to have my Mexican Thanksgiving because I think it's going to be an early Thanksgiving thing because your dad is working in the evening or something. So then afterwards we go to my aunt's place.
See, these aren't going to be like traditional Mexican food tacos though, because obviously I'm making them.
Again?
No, I'm saying that I'm going to experience for the first time a white Thanksgiving.
Real Thanksgiving?
White Thanksgiving.
Real Thanksgiving?
White Thanksgiving.
Real.
White Thanksgiving.
Real.
The white man's Thanksgiving.
The real.
Anyway.
I mean, if you really want to experience white man's Thanksgiving, I can bring you a blanket.
Wait, hold up. That went completely over my fucking
head.
I
know that was a real bad Thanksgiving smallpox joke. Anyway, because the white man showed up and handed out smallpox blankets and and
stole
a bunch of land.
Yeah,
and that's what we're celebrating is genocide. Yay.
Well, I usually just celebrate the good food, but we'll see how it goes. Well, what?
Turkey is great food.
So
Pie is great food.
listen, I love a good pie.
Green bean casserole, mashed potatoes, and mac and cheese are great food.
I fucking love a good pie.
Shut the fuck up. Yeah, turkey is good if it ain't
You're not gonna
dried.
pass that message along?
No,
Think
Not
she'd
at
get
all.
it?
probably. Yes, 100% yes.
Turkey is good if it ain't dried. That's true. Dry ass turkey is awful.
A lot of things are good if it's not dried.
So anyway, Jesus, my pulled pork tacos, they're like barbecued pulled pork tacos. So I cooked the pulled pork overnight in a bunch of seasoning and shit. Let it cook for 8 hours. Fry the tortillas. Then I mixed the taco seasoning in with some cream cheese, and I put that in there along with some cheddar cheese on top of the pulled pork. Put them all in the tortillas, pop them in the oven, let the cheese and everything melt, and then take them out. So the soft shell flour tortillas are nice and crispy when they come out. So they're not like
I
traditional
prefer
Mexican.
corn.
I know you do,
tortillas,
but they don't toast up the same as flour tortillas.
They don't. I'll try it. I try it, but let me know when you invite me to the goddamn barbecue or the cookout whenever you have one.
Whenever I have one, maybe after I actually have 2 finished bathrooms.
Man can barbecue.
The white man barbecue.
This white man
The
got.
white man barbecue.
This white man can
The
cook.
white man barbecue.
So I want
He said he'd eat my turkey.
she can't hear you, right?
I know. It is 1 a.m. though. I know you got to bounce.
I'm actually good, but
Oh, okay.
I'm just.
I
chilling.
was really just using that as an excuse so I could go play some Final Fantasy before bed because you're all like, regardless at 1 o'clock, I'm out of here from now on. So like I was like, all right, this is perfect. I'll just be like, Vince has to go. We're ending the stream, and then I'm just gonna go play an hour's worth of Final Fantasy before I pass.
I mean,
out.
it's really only
You
Jesus.
ruined
in here.
it.
It's really only Jesus in here, so it's okay.
All
I'll hop
right.
on Spider-Man anyway. I just got to the level.
Have you played as
where-
Venom yet?
I've been taking my sweet old time with it because I'm trying to enjoy this. No, Venom has not appeared yet, but the symbiote has.
Okay.
Good story so far. Good story.
Will you have fun with that?
All right.
Surprise me with a thumbnail tomorrow.
It's just gonna be the Naked Red Mysterio that you shared in the chat.
What about the picture I just sent you?
What did you just send me? I never got anything.
Didn't I send it to you?
I'd been waiting for you to send something.
I shared it to you on Twitter, like you told me to.
You know what could have happened? I might have gotten.
It came from getting off, but I sent it to you.
Oh, okay. You know what it probably was? Because I was on Twitter looking up stuff at Full Gear. I don't know if it happens for you when you're on Twitter and you get a message. You don't get the notification on your phone. It'll just like pop up like on the top right of the app, but you won't actually get a notification. Is that real?
Yeah. I mean that's not Tony Storm. That's Diana Prince, aka Darcy the Mail Girl from Joe Bob Brick's Drive-In. But yeah, that's what she wore to Full Gear. She's a big AEW fan. And
I don't think
timeless.
I'm big, I'm black, I'm jacked, anyone can get it fits there. We can put timeless. I also I do like confirmed spitter. El ídolo dick. Where's Katie? She usually agrees with one of the things you like.
I can put it in the chat and let you know what they decide on tomorrow.
Yeah, let's do that. All right, go ahead and play your Final Fantasy, man. I know I'm your Final Fantasy, but you can go ahead and play your game.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Jesus. I know